Good morning and welcome to the Bullhorn specific job board training webinar. My name is Shira and I'm going to be walking you through this. If you have any questions, please make sure to ask them within the questions field in the webinar pop-out. When you log into My Haley, you'll navigate over to the job boards and the dashboard. This will give you a lot of ROI information. We do have other webinars available with that information on it. As a Bullhorn integrated client, you won't go over to manage jobs. Any changes that you make within managed jobs will be overwritten every time that we pull from Bullhorn, which is once an hour. Manage categories is where you can go in and add different categories, delete ones that you're no longer using, things like that. Please note that these do come over from Bullhorn, so if you change a name in My Haley, make sure to change it in Bullhorn as well, or else both category names will exist. Once you choose a category, you can edit the image that is used when you share jobs within that category to social media such as Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter. You can choose a specific application, and you can set the category mailings. Clicking on category mailings will give you a review of the analytics of the category mailings that you've sent previously. With a Bullhorn integration, you can set pre-qual forms. If you create the pre-qual form here in My Haley, you need to make sure that the correct number of the pre-qual form is set within the job in Bullhorn as well. So for example, this one says ID equals 147. That ID number will need to be located within your job. Specific questions about where that exists within the Bullhorn user interface can be answered by our success team, but also by Bullhorn. Applications will give you a list of all of the applications you've had. You can choose to view the last 7 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or the first, second, third, or fourth quarter. I'm going to dive into the job board settings. The job board settings let you know who the default owner is. You can change this to a different user. You can choose when the jobs will expire. Notifications is where you decide who should receive notifications when someone applies for a job, when someone signs up for your job board. You can choose to customize the application confirmation email that would go out after every application from a candidate, as well as the success message that appears on the thank you page. For searching settings, you can choose to display all your jobs on the initial job board page, or it would default to the regular search option. If you're sending over recruiter information through Bullhorn, you would want to display the recruiter bios. We highly recommend you display the salary and employment type as well, as Google for Jobs really likes to see that. For search options, we generally use display search by proximity, but you could do a drop-down or by state instead. You could choose what the label of the sections would be. So if I wanted to do an employment type search, what would it say? And then if you wanted to redirect the skip the search to a different URL, you could do that as well. For the application, you do have a couple options with the application. The standard is our current standard. Classic is the older version, and long includes education and things like that. If you are a GDPR client, you will want to untoggle this, so turn this off so that send job alerts is not checked off and they must do it actively themselves. If you want to allow candidates to copy and paste a resume into a resume field, you would untoggle that. And we also highly recommend that you display related jobs, which are other jobs within the category with similar keywords. On mobile, same thing. You can choose to display all jobs as the initial job board page, and whether you want to use the desktop version or the mobile version for iPad. Displaying the call us button will allow candidates to call you at a number you've specified if they have any questions about a specific job. Syndication, you can choose which of the third-party aggregators your jobs are sent to by us. And then social sharing. There are different data options for Facebook and LinkedIn, as well as for Twitter. You can choose a photo from our photo library or upload one yourself. We do have several job board reports available that allow you to see various types of analytical information, so views by referral or platform, applications by device, method, or source. So by device, are they using a mobile device, desktop, things like that? By method, did they choose to use the regular application? Did they use apply with LinkedIn, log in with Facebook, things like that? And applications by source are, where did they come from? Category information, applications by recruiter. The jobs overview lets you know which of your jobs have the most applications, which have the fewest, so on and so forth. If you have toggled on for recruiter bios, you will want to go over to admin users and make sure that the user not only has information inserted in the regular basic information, you can also upload a photo, but also the display fields. So if you want to include a biography or a short excerpt, what email address would you like them to contact, things like that. This is a basic quick overview of the Bullhorn integrated job board. If you have any questions, please post them in the questions section. I'll give you a few minutes to do so. Other than that, thank you for attending the Bullhorn integrated webinar. And if you have any additional questions, you can always contact our success team at success@haleymarketing.com. Thank you.